In Help Wanted 2, we see this message flash on screen when flicking through cameras. This has seemingly been completely forgotten about and overlooked. Well, that is until today. I'm Twisty the Twisted Animatronic, and we're going to be solving the mystery of what they are watching actually means. So don't miss a single bit of this video or you might miss out on what it actually means, so get ready. Now in Help Wanted 2, we see the message occasionally on sister location monitors they are watching. Now originally, it's possible this was a reference to a message speculated to be from Vanny that was actually cut from the final game. And what it actually says is, "Don't worry, they can't hear me. I'm on a special signal that the staff bots can't process." Now that's extremely ominous in itself. This idea would be that the message was snuck into the VR simulation by Vanny to warn the player. But since this message was cut though, along with the rest of the dialogue, there's no reason to believe this is canon, because her role was basically cut to the Princess Crest 4 ending and that was it. So what does "they are watching" mean? Who sent the message? Who is watching? Now there is evidence to support various characters sending it, and one of them is Glitchtrap. Let me continue to explain. Now the message "they are watching" implies that whoever sent the message is not part of Fazbear Entertainment or this simulation. Now the sister location office is one of the rooms where you get one of those memory plushes. You know, one of the plushes which has a mask of one of the old animatronics on, and you can only get this when entering the code 1983 on a keypad in the drawer. Glitchtrap then reaches out and gives you the puppet plush. Now we know from the original Help Wanted that Glitchtrap is directly inside of and affecting the VR simulation. This seems to be the case with Help Wanted 2. It would also explain why he potentially has more control in this simulation and potentially actually sending you direct messages as opposed to the others. And it almost seems like he wants to give these players the dolls after completing the task. I mean, he's the one who hands the dolls to you, and no doubt it's not part of the normal simulation to be grabbing the dolls from Glitchtrap. So Glitchtrap warns the player, reminding them that they are being watched by Fazbear Entertainment. But it might not be Glitchtrap which sent the message at all, because let's not forget it was intended for Vanny to actually be talking to the player. And let's not rule out the mimic, and that's something I want to touch on and explain. Now this bit is extremely interesting. In Ruin, the player can occasionally see eyeballs staring at them with the Vanny mask on.
Eyeballs? Really? Gross, 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 gross.
This is an odd detail that I don't see mentioned at all by any other YouTuber, and they could represent the mimic or another entity entirely watching Cassie as she's going throughout the Pizzaplex. And if you remember rightly, they also represent how Cassie says she's feeling watched. That in itself is a direct correlation to the message "they are watching." But who is watching us through these eyeballs? And who do they actually belong to? And not to mention, it doesn't say he or she is watching, it says they are watching, potentially implying there is more than one or a group. Now they in this case would refer to Helpy and or the mimic, who are likely the same or working together in some capacity. Helpy has an orange eyes in Ruin when turning evil, indicating that part of the mimic's code is actually inside of Helpy, because the mimic's eyes are actually yellow/orange as well. And not to mention, evil Helpy tries to get Cassie to free the mimic. Pretty straightforward connection there. So with that out of the way, we can actually confirm that Helpy is actually in fact a branch of or connected to the mimic itself. Now Helpy himself is in the Vanny mask in Ruin and can be seen in the AR world in Help Wanted 2, though he looks a little bit different due to the Faz Force theming used to trick the player. Further to this, Helpy would be monitoring the player, who would constantly use the Vanny mask throughout the game, making sure we open those gifts to get the figurines together. Although that is another question in itself. Why would the mimic/Helpy be wanting us to get these figurines? Are they connected to Glitchtrap in some sort of way? Because if you remember, collecting all the figurines basically gives you the bad ending where you put inside of the Vanny mask box.
Take a mask. Take a mask.
And Helpy is the one who guides you to collect all these figurines, implying he's either working for the mimic or for Glitchtrap. So would it be one of them sending the message or someone else entirely? It wouldn't make sense for Glitchtrap to be sending the message, because Glitchtrap would know that Helpy is there helping the player along the way. They wouldn't need a message to pop up on screen, they would simply use Helpy. And the mystery of the eyeballs seen in Ruin is another question, although we only see these eyeballs with the mask on. And what is extremely interesting is the fact that you can see the writing "they are watching" with the mask on or off, although technically you have to put the mask on to play the game. But we still haven't definitively said who is sending this message. Now despite being seen less, Glitchtrap is very present throughout Help Wanted 2. He is seen giving the player dolls in multiple minigames. He is shown to be behind the stage in the Help Trap ending. He's even seen in Princess Crest 4, although he is squished by Vanny. This could be a warning message to the player that Glitchtrap is watching them. But if that was the case, wouldn't they be saying he is watching rather than they? So let's say that Glitchtrap and Helpy are watching. That then makes sense with the wording saying they rather than he or she, for example. But then if that is the case, who would be sending the message to say that they are watching? We only have a few possibilities. possibilities. Mystic Hippo, Baby, Vanny / Vanessa perhaps? And what are they actually watching you for? What, to make sure you collect the figurines? Or to make sure you collect the memory plushes? They're watching you for some reason, but why? I mean, they're even watching us in Ruin, implying it would be someone who's connected to the Ruin DLC as well. Now, despite the fact we don't actually see Vanny in Ruin, there are several hints to show that she is ever present throughout the Ruin DLC. We have the graffiti, for example, which was only present after the Pizzaplex closed, implying she was the one going around vandalizing and creating the Vanny graffiti. But there is another person we're completely forgetting: the princess. The Princess Quest from Princess Quest 4. Maybe she could have sent it. She knows firsthand that the Glitchtrap is dangerous. She might also want us to help her out in Princess Quest 4. I think we've narrowed it down to two possibilities: the Princess or Vanny. They would be the ones wanting us to know that Glitchtrap, Mimic, Helpy are watching us to make sure we do what we're told to do, which is collect the figurines, basically releasing Glitchtrap. Now, if you think logically, Vanessa / the Princess wouldn't want that to happen, and Vanessa actually wants to be free from Glitchtrap's control, basically freeing her from being Vanny. Because if she wasn't warning us that they were watching and we just decided to go and collect all the memory plushes and they found out, for example, then they could pull the plug on us, essentially killing us in our tracks, stopping us from defeating / abolishing Glitchtrap, like it happens in the Vanny ending. Vanessa / the Princess are warning us that they are there, they are watching, to make sure we carry out what they want us to do, essentially killing Glitchtrap in Princess Quest 4's ending. But that isn't the case. I don't believe he dies at all. What I think actually happens is there's a fair trade going on, referring to Vanny and Glitchtrap. They made a trade. Vanny gets to be free and is no longer a minion of Glitchtrap, and in return, those memory puppets are given to Glitchtrap and he destroys them, all but abolishing the memory of what happened in the MCI, abolishing essentially what he had done. That's how Vanessa bargains for her freedom with Glitchtrap. She doesn't essentially kill him at the end, she's killing his control over her. It then starts to make sense as why she's warning you. They are watching. She doesn't want him to know what she's about to do, collect all these plushies to trade for her freedom. Although there could be another spanner in the works entirely: Mystic Hippo. Everyone's favorite cryptic speculative hippo.
Visit Mystic Hippo and let the crystals read your fortune.
Now, it is possible she could have sent this message, but it seems unlikely, and there doesn't seem to be much evidence at this stage. Despite her giving us hints, clues, and essentially helping us through Help Wanted 2, it could fit, but there is no evidence to support it, because as we know at the beginning of this video, I did say it was planned to be potentially a Vanny / Vanessa line, which links to They Are Watching. So the fact of the theory is, with the Princess Quest and Vanessa giving us the warning that Glitchtrap, Helpy / the Mimic are watching us, seems to fit far more into the picture and puzzle than Mystic Hippo giving us that warning.
The answers you seek are closer than you know.
But who knows, I could be wrong, and that is the beauty of this. It is a theory, and I've used community elements to build this theory, such as Puppet Locker's structure from Reddit. That's the beauty of FNAF and its communities. We essentially use bits of information everyone finds and create our own interpretation of the lore or facts. And if you enjoyed this, hit the like button and subscribe for plenty more content like this. There's loads on the channel, such as Remember Jeremy. What does that even mean from Help Wanted 2? All the cut content from all the games, I highly recommend checking them out. I'm Twisty the Twisted Animatronic, and stay safe out there, superstars.